This is North Texas Weather Center with your latest 4-minute forecast going over that severe weather potential for both today and tomorrow across North Texas. As of when I'm recording this, there's still a slight risk for severe weather across southwestern Oklahoma. It also includes Oklahoma City, down into western and as well as central Texas. Damaging winds, large hail, and possibly a couple of tornadoes will be possible. A marginal threat of severe weather does exist for DFW, and also the tornado threat seems to be most prominent tomorrow across western Texas into portions of central Texas, far northwestern North Texas, into southwestern and central Oklahoma. You can see there, this is the future radar as of right now, so you can see over the next several hours going into Wednesday afternoon, showers and storms will be possible during the afternoon hours. Can't rule that out. Eventually by 5 to 6 o'clock, your severe storms are going to be primarily back out to the northwest near areas like Wichita Falls and Childress. Eventually by about 7 to 8 o'clock, you can see more storms entering the Metroplex. Damaging winds possible with those ones and maybe some large hailstones. Eventually by 9 to 10 o'clock, storms rolling through areas like Abilene. Eventually by 11 to 12, 1 o'clock, a line of storms will start to move toward the Metroplex, areas like Weatherford and eventually DFW. Eventually by 2 to 3 in the morning, that line moves through DFW. Now, why there's a marginal risk for severe weather on Thursday is due to this line of storms that will roll through areas like Tyler and as well as southeastern DFW. We can just take a look at the severe weather potential for Thursday. There's currently a marginal threat for severe weather across southeastern DFW and eastern Texas. All right, we do have a potential for the tropics brewing. Obviously, there is a 70% probability of a tropical storm or even maybe a low-end hurricane developing. I wouldn't expect a hurricane, but I'd at least expect that low-end tropical storm to develop here over the next 5 to 6 days in the Gulf of Mexico. You can see this is where your area of circulation is as of right now. Low pressure system right now in the peninsula. That'll move off to the east and northeast, eventually go toward Florida. And again, this will bring the potential for a hurricane. This is a look at, or excuse me, a tropical storm, not a hurricane, a tropical storm. You can see that this is the shaded area as of right now going toward Florida. So the west coast is pretty much being targeted by this. Main threats as of right now seem to maybe be some flooding, mainly coastal flooding, and maybe some winds as well with it. But you can see there's a 70% probability of it developing over the next 5 days. Back to the winds and what to expect. This is the European model, giving you an idea of what's going to happen here over the next several days. This is going through Friday. You can see the circulation right here on your screen going toward Florida by early Saturday. You can see it's going to probably make landfall sometime Saturday in Florida. Winds only peaking around 50 knots, which in comparison to miles per hour is right around 50 to 55 miles per hour. So nothing too crazy, but definitely at least a low-end tropical storm's expected, maybe even a bit more than that. Temperatures tomorrow, or this morning, excuse me, they're currently in the low mid 70s. Eventually by the afternoon hours, you can see many of us will be warming up into the low to mid 90s across the area. And eventually tomorrow, temperatures you'll be waking up in the upper 50s and low to mid 60s, DFW in the low 70s. Eventually by the afternoon hours, many of us only in the mid to upper 70s. So it'll be a much cooler day Thursday. Here's your latest North Texas Weather Center 7-day forecast. Storm chances will exist again over the next several days. Best chance going to be Thursday. Really, it's more Wednesday night and Thursday morning, but after that, we'll start to dry out probably for Thursday afternoon. And then eventually temperatures again Friday, Saturday, much cooler, only in the low to mid 80s for the most part. Eventually by next Monday, though, temperatures back to summertime heating, back near the mid to upper 90s. This forecast is brought to you by Platinum Contracting, All Dents Repair, and Patriot Safe Rooms.